This is the Zac Anesbury Show.
Welcome. Today's podcast clip comes from an interview with Julian Major from Visit Victoria. Not on me, because no one's actually tuning in for me, Julian.
Sure, it's your show.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
like the Joe Rogan experience of marketing science, isn't it?
maybe one day. Downloads are increasing, which is good.
That's good.
So someone told me that they listen to it because they find my voice quite soothing, and so they listen to it at night as a podcast that listen to going to sleep.
I mean, a radio voice is, an interesting quality to have, I suppose.
Yeah. So we'll
it's better
see.
than a grating voice that they want to turn off straight away.
Oh, that's true. I mean, there's some podcasts out there that I listen to that I'm like, the topic's really interesting, but I just can't stand the host's voice, and I just give up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people don't like my voice. There's probably plenty of them, but that's totally cool. That's fine. So I just thought like we'd end up on some good notes and focusing back on you. So these summer vacs, right? So summer vacation scientists, there's 10 of them. I told them to give me questions for you. They didn't. So they're all actually in trouble tomorrow morning.
Right.
But some of them are heading into, some of them will probably end up heading into industry. Some of them will head into academia. What would your advice be for them? You know, they're like first year undergraduate students. What skills should they build up? What sort of networks should they build? What are the key tips you would like to give them to hopefully one day have a very successful career?
Gosh, what a question. I would say a university experience has an incredible array of opportunities available to you. And, uni has to be fun as well as work, but I would say try to take advantage of as many of those opportunities as possible. I probably didn't do enough of that, and the one thing that I did take up was the summer vacation scholarship, which has sort of impacted what I have ultimately, ended up in with a career in research. But leverage everything that's available to you. Marketing degrees are really interesting in that you get a little bit of a taste of so many different sides of things: advertising, media planning, research. Really think about what sort of areas interest you. If an area does interest you, think about what opportunities might be available to you whilst you're still studying. Even if that's in a slightly different field. So, Ehrenberg Bass, I suppose, is a good example. If you're interested in, media planning, research is one area that you can get experience in that whilst, being at uni. I'm not sure if I have a great answer to this question, Zach, because
No, I thought that was good.
Just make the most of the opportunity. Make as much of it as you can whilst having a good time, because you're only in that sort of stage of life once, you want to look back on it with fond memories as well, and not just head down in books and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice. So some of the master students at the moment on their lunch break, they play, it's like a 10-minute version of Monopoly. I don't know what it's called, Monopoly Quick or who knows. And then it just reminded me that we used to play that memory card game.
Yeah,
I actually have it in my drawer now somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Matching pairs. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
We used to play this at lunchtime. We weren't quite as sophisticated as Monopoly, but
we had too much time on our hands.
Maybe. Well, we were matching pairs, and then we were matching data later, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll show them this clip tomorrow. They'll see an exclusive little first clip
wonderful.
of it. But yeah, I think the last thing I always ask people is, anything that you'd like to give in terms of life advice or mottos that you live by, or something that you think you want people to take away from this interview. Oh, and also if people do want to find you, whether you have any social media accounts or anything that you want people to follow you on, you can just say, I don't want you to follow me, leave me alone, or whatever. So
yeah, you can follow me on LinkedIn. Occasionally post updates on that.
So it's just Julian Major?
Yeah. I think I'm the only. I think there's a college football player that's also Julian Major, but there's not that many around. So
I like having a unique. Yeah, the unique name helps for sure.
Advice. I would say. I said this coming from a research perspective. The field is full of people who are, introverted and often work in environments that have lots of loud personalities. So I would say, as advice, put yourself out there, be confident. Don't be the person, whether it's in your university tutorial or when you get your first job, that is sort of in the corner, not speaking up, not giving an opinion. Occasionally you'll say something silly, but that'll be a minority of all the times that you say something. And I think so much what affects how you get ahead or get noticed or get opportunities is just, speaking up, being present, having that, outward confidence, even if it sort of goes against the nature of person that you are. But that's something that I often think about. I remember early on at GFK, or could have been somewhere else, there was always the view of, if you get invited along to a client meeting, first of all, I'll preface this by saying, don't speak for the sake of speaking, but you should walk out there having contributed something. So you shouldn't be in that room. If you're in that room, you're in there for a reason. Say something meaningful, contribute, ask a question, be present in that room, not just sitting there. So I think that's really important for marketing students, because it is a field with loud voices, and loud voices can often win out rather than evidence of good thinking. So play the game. Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's really good advice, Julian. So I really appreciate you. I mean, you spent almost maybe 2 hours with us, right? Yeah, so I really, really appreciate that. And I very much look forward to when I'm probably going to go the Grampians, that would please you. I think it's for two reasons. The wine region, and I've heard it's also gorgeous for hiking.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about going. Yep. And like you said, it's close to the South Australian border. So if there is something to do with COVID, we can come back pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we don't get locked out or have to quarantine.
Yeah. Our borders are open, Zac, SA and Vic. We're good to go. So come all the way to Melbourne. Why not?
I will. As soon as I have the next, my next holiday is going to be Victoria. It's going to be Grampians. I can't wait. Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait till I can come back to the Melbourne CBD and visit you, and you're going to show me some of the suburbs.
Yeah.
I want to see the suburbs around, because, I watch a lot of AFL, and I'm like, I know all of the clubs, but I haven't been to like Richmond or Hawthorn or anything. So it's hard for me to really feel the club's culture, because I've never even been to the suburb.
Yeah, well, I live in Richmond, so I'll show you around, the good local spots, the Dustin Martin murals.
Are you close to Punt Road?
Yeah, not too far. Yeah.
Amazing. I can't wait. Yeah, thanks again, Julian. I've really had a good time.
No worries.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Zac Anesbury here with just a couple of quick reminders. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. There are plenty more interviews to come with some of the world's leading marketing academics and practitioners. You do not want to miss these. In the meantime, if you're looking for another way to connect, then follow me on Twitter at Zac Anesbury. That is ZACANESBURY for my take on the marketing issues of the day.